Let's welcome my sister, anchor Adriana Tender. Adriana is the program manager with Trans Inclusive Group, and if you don't know who Trans Inclusive Group is, you need to go find out, all right? She's also the owner of Tender Loving Care Trans Mentoring. She serves on the National Board of Governors of the Human Rights Campaign and is the former vice president of the Dolphin Democrats. She's also on the board of Black LGBTQ Liberation. In her spare time, she dresses Faye what? Who knows, right? Maybe? No. Adriana, Stonewall Reenactment to honor LGBTQ plus history is coming up on June 28th. Tell me what's happening out.
Well, the second annual historic reenactment of the Stonewall Uprising will take place on Saturday, June 28th at 4 p.m., hosted by the Stonewall National Museum and Archives. Participants will gather to recreate the powerful moment that ignited the modern LGBTQ rights movement in 1969. The event will unfold on Christopher Street, just as it did 56 years ago. Attendees are encouraged to dress in 1969 attire and join the crowd for a full immersion experience. Light refreshments, a bar, and exhibit tours will follow. To participate, RSVP to Monique at stonewall-museum.org. All are welcome. Oh my God, this sounds like an amazing event. I actually went last year and had so much fun.
Did you?
Yes, and this year I can't wait to dress up in my 1969 attire.
So what's your 1969 attire?
I don't know.
Because I was going to ask you, what do I wear if I had to wear something 1969 attire?
Well, isn't that like the 70s?
Like bell bottoms? You can wear your afro. Or you can lend me your afro and then I'll be dressed and we'll be good.
I mean, hey. I could unbraid it and give it to you.
Look, so Robert Keston over there at the Stonewall Museum, he's just incredible, right? He breathes, lives our community. And so he did this last year, and I unfortunately missed it last year, so I'm really happy that they're doing it again. And they had a tour of the Stonewall in reenactment in different cities around the country. One was, one they spotlighted Laverne Cox, and he had a conversation with her. I mean, he's done such incredible things, and now this reenactment is back, We've been celebrating Pride all month long, and we've got to remember that the 1969 uprising is the reason why we celebrate Pride, right? So, us at this table weren't alive when this really happened, So to be able to see the reenactment and live it, right? I mean, it could be an emotional experience probably. I don't know what to expect from my seat, but I'm not going to miss it for anything.
I'm excited about the reenactment because I'm hoping that a lot of the organizations, youth-led organizations, Equality Florida, PRISM, bring their audience with them to show them why we're doing now what happened then. They're the ones that started building the table. We're sitting at it now, but how did that table get built? Let's go back to 1969 at Stonewall.
And I just hope that they make sure, because now that they're trying to have the erasure of trans people, I hope that they will be talking about Marsha P. Johnson and how she threw the first brick that started the Stonewall.
Or the shot glass, depends on who you ask. But at the end of the day, it was Black trans women that were leading the fight, And
Black and brown.
And I doubt that they'll forget that. You can't. That is our history.
You can't undo it.
You can't undo it, So, but I loved what you said. We're constantly saying how Gen Z and et cetera, behind us don't know the plight, right? Again, we weren't there. But it feels like the generation before us was making sure that we knew, right? This is what we did. You get your marriage because of us. They were always guilting us about that, right? And now we've got these kids that are look at the mess you guys have made, right? And we don't want to know anything about history. This is a wonderful way for them to see.
And I think that this is also a good time where they're banning books and things like that, and they don't have our culture in their schools, that they can come to things like this and find out about their culture and find out about us as a community.
In a safe space.
In a very
safe
space.
With their community.
Yes. Yeah, because, let's not forget LGBTQ history is American history.
It is.
That is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight. And we look forward to seeing you at the Stonewall Reenactment on June 28th.